Hello, everyone. I am hopping on. I had actually no intention of going live today, but I just got done with a coaching session, a video coaching session. And so I feel like we need to have, there's a conversation about how to dream big and how to really have this life of that you desire, that you want. And so it's about creating a vision. And I have screamed this from the rooftops. You will hear me say it over and over and over again about having a vision, why it's so important. The coaching call that I just got off of, she's running a huge business. She's running a massive, huge business. And she was saying how she had a failure. Before 6 years ago, she had a major failure in her business and she learned from it. And I think that when something happens and we fail or we don't succeed at something, then it kind of stops us from succeeding at other things. And we have to try out different things. We have to keep trying what feels right. And so I didn't plan on coming on live, so I'm just going to keep going with this. But I see a lot of people pooping on other people when they are trying different things. So you see them selling something one time, and then in a year later they're doing something, or 6 months later they're doing something else. But how is anyone supposed to find out what they love and what they're good at if they don't try different things? So if you are someone who hasn't quite found your purpose yet, and we're going to quote purpose, I do believe that everyone has a purpose, but sometimes it's harder for us to find than others. So if you are someone who has a hard time nailing down what it is that you're supposed to do, I understand that some people will look at you like you're flaky, or will put you down because you changed your mind 100 times, or you've done different things. But keep going, because you just don't know until you've gotten there what it is that you love. You will know it when you find it. You will feel inspired and want to keep going when you find it. So if you haven't found it yet, don't stop. Don't let that stop you. This coaching client is, she feels that, knowing what it feels like to have a failure, knowing what a failure is. If you don't have a failure, you don't have a lesson. So knowing that you failed before, it does put up some resistance. It does feel like it's not as fun the next time around that you do something big because you're scared. But that resistance, don't let it stop you. Don't let it keep you from doing something that you want to do because you've had a failure before, or because you've had something that didn't work out like you thought it would. I am a huge believer that in our 20s we are supposed to experiment and try different things and work at different jobs. I sold hot dogs. I worked at Michael's at the craft store. I worked at a card entertainment gift store. I worked as a manager of clothing. I worked at an interior design firm. Thought I was going to be an interior designer. So I all these things. And then I fell into makeup. Literally just needed a part-time job. What can I do to be creative and have fun? Because I'm a creative person. Doing an office job would kill me, I think. And it has. Actually, I did. At the interior design firm, worked in an office job, and I wanted to die. It was horrible, and it was so quiet you could hear a pin drop, and everyone was stuffy, and it's not my thing. So it took a long time to figure it out. And then I did makeup, and I loved it, and it was the best thing that I could have done for my life, what I wanted to be doing. I ran my own business, and it was so wonderful. And then you do it, and then you have to get to another level. So there's another level somehow, some way. I tried the other level of having a big studio and, having a big team, and let's book 150 weddings a year. And that was not me. It did not feel good. I didn't love it anymore. And when you stop loving something because it doesn't feel good, you can't force yourself into that. That's why people are self-sabotaging and overeating and over-drinking and over-shopping and over-watching TV, because when you're doing something you don't love, you can't fake that stuff. You can't fake it. So I had to look at like what it was that really lit me up. What is it that I was excited about? And it was coaching. And I've known that since 2015. I've known I want to do coaching. That's what I want to do. That's what I'm being called to do. And then the whispers just got louder. And the more I tried to not listen and try to not pay attention to them and shut them down, they just kept getting louder. And eventually you're going to get slapped in the face, or something, your faith, or not faith, your health is going to fail. You're not going to feel like yourself. So create this massive vision, this huge, big, audacious vision for your life, and then just start following it. And things aren't going to go your way, and it's not going to be like this. It's going to be like this, and there's going to be a lot of downhills, and you're going to want to give up a lot. But I mean, what's the alternative? To just live miserable and not follow our dreams and not fulfill this like purpose that we feel so called to do. So even if you're working your day job and you can't just quit and start your own business or start this passion project that you have, still keep going, keep at it, keep pushing forward, because it's better than staying still, and it's better than not doing anything. So I was inspired. After the coaching session, I was like, oh my God, I would have penned you for someone who had like what we would consider like a business failure. And now look at this amazing business that you're running, and you're like so successful. I think more people need to hear about this, that just because you had a business failure or something didn't work out, that doesn't mean that the next thing isn't going to be it. And just keep trying different things. On the flip side of that, if you're trying something new every 6 months, maybe we have like a resistance procrastination. Maybe you can't settle down. But if you feel like this real true desire to do something, I mean, you have to do it. You have to try to do it and see what happens. And then if you get to a place where it's like new level, new devil, you deal with it and you face that stuff head on. But I would hate for someone not to go after their dreams just because they felt like something didn't work out before, or they don't know what the end goal looks like, what it really is going to look like at the end of it, because none of us do. None of us understand or have an idea of what it's going to look like at the end. You just keep going until finally you look around and you're like, oh, this is what my vision looked like. This is what I've been planning for. And it happens. And it happens like that. Like you just all of a sudden look around and you're like, everything that I said that I wanted is happening. It's kind of creepy. But it's the best feeling in the world. And then we just keep growing and expanding. So thank you for whoever was on and watching. I appreciate you being here and listening to my my rant today. So but I love having you guys, and I love seeing what everyone's doing. It's been so fun to watch everyone grow and expand and just become this like new version of themselves, this next level version. So big proponent of that. So thank you all. Have a wonderful Tuesday. And if you're in the Hampton Roads area, please come to our event tonight at 6:30. We would love to have you. It's at the Makeup Studio, and you can find that at Kim Porter TV. So I will talk to you guys again soon. Take care. Bye.